Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Hi, Pam. This is amazing. I'm so happy to see that you're here. This legit makes my day. Okay. Well, now I'm not talking to myself, which is also amazing. I think I have lipstick on my teeth. This is what happens when we're live. Okay. Here's what to expect. I just want to welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. It's been my experience, at least the last 3 weeks, that people will kind of hop in and out, check it out. I've never had a week where we don't have people, so I'm calling that a win. I hope to grow this over time. Anything that gets recorded will be archived on the channel. So if you go to the live tab, you'll actually be able to see the last 3 weeks of workouts. And that will just continue to accumulate more workouts week over week. These first 4 weeks, I'm specifically training, coaching without equipment. So we are body weight only, which is very convenient when you're traveling, in a hotel room, on a beach, whatever. Teaches you a lot about how you can really get an effective workout with little to nothing. And then this also gives folks time to get some light hand weights, small dumbbells, bands. If you need more specifics, get with me, Katie at wellnesscollective.com, Katie with a Y, and I'll help you with small equipment purchases. Footwear, you can be barefoot. I do sometimes like to teach this class barefoot. Today I'm wearing shoes. It just felt like the right choice for me. So footwear is optional. Music, I cannot stream amazing music for you right now because of music licensing. So you get to pick a playlist that really gets you going and you stream that in your own background. Final bit of housekeeping, I'm trying to work fast. If you want more ways to engage with me, I would encourage you to check out all the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, for me personally, Katie Tombaugh and Wellness Collective. And I have a virtual fit club. So if you want more classes, more formats beyond this, that is a paid membership. It's $30 a month. I can get you info on that. And I'm very excited to remind you that there's other content on the channel, videos that I have created not only for the workouts, but there are guided meditations, guided and facilitated relaxation. And there are 2 seasons of my podcast, which will start live again on YouTube this coming Wednesday. All right, that way we have more time to work out. I don't think I'm going to need this sweatshirt, so I'm going to peel out, get my space ready here. Make sure you can see. I am in my home gym. That's a garage door, letting light and unfortunately sound in. I think the landscapers are out and about doing everyone's yard lawn. Okay, I'm getting my microphone set up. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. It is time to warm up. We're starting with a hip drill. So feet are together. I'll have you pick up one leg, other leg picks up to close, and then we take it back. You can hold your arms in front of your face. You can hold your arms out if you feel like you need them for balance. But this is just a specific hip drill. Work hip mobility, a little bit of foot and ankle balance, and we're just going back and forth. Core can already be pulling in. Let's take 4 more here. 4, 3, get these hip flexors firing. 2, and that is 1. Awesome job. From here, we start stepping side to side, pumping arms back, pulling heels to seat, just a little stationary hamstring curl to get these hips extending. Pick up the pace a little bit. Again, core lifts for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Feet come together. We go to the side. Step, squat, pass it through. Other foot, squat, pass it through. I like to curl my arms in as my hips go back. Awesome job. We have 8 more here. 8, step through. 7, 6, 5, chest up. Last 2. And stand tall. Good. Arms come across the front of the body like you're peeling off a sweatshirt. Simply pick up those elbows, circle around, get our shoulders ready for class. Very good. We take one arm and we circle it front to back. This can be a smooth and controlled circle, or you can sort of swing the arm and let gravity give you a little bit of traction. Same arm, we'll take it back to go front. Again, spine can rotate just a little bit. So you can be smooth and controlled or a more swinging action. Really, really good for our shoulders. Second side, backstroke. I am really hoping this audio is coming through because it is so loud in my neighborhood right now. Good, and back to come front. And rest. Good, from here, just swinging the arms, alternating which one goes on top. All right, we're ready for our work phase. We are coming into a squat. We sit and reach to the toes. So option number one is heels, toes, kind of springing into a calf raise. Otherwise, you can actually explode and jump. Looks like this. And leave the floor. So we're going for a minimum of 15 reps. Here we go. That's 10. And shake it off. From here, we come down to the mat. We get to do my personal favorite, tricep push-ups. You have a narrow grip. Elbows come into the thighs. If I flip myself over, oops, that means the chest is forward of the hands, okay? So join me on the mat, shoulder width apart, core tight, elbows in, chest forward for 10. I'll show toes next time around. Feel free to do that. One more. And rest. Good job. From here, coming right back up to our feet, we're going immediately back into the pop squat for 15 reps. So just remember, if you're not a jumper today, you're springing up into that calf raise. Alternatively, you explode. At least 15 reps. If you want to go faster than me, by all means, go for it. Here we are. It's down and explode. This is 10. And walk it off. Good. Why do I say walk it off? To let your heart rate come down and check out our room here. Okay, good. Couple deep breaths. We are back into push-ups. So you can absolutely be on your toes. I assume if you do that already, you know what to do. I'll do a couple on my toes, finish modified, back down we go. Remember, elbows in, if I'm flipped over, chest is forward. Here we are. Exhale, push. Long neck. Keep going. And one more. and stretch. Stretch the low back. And up we go. I'm feeling a little distracted by the sound. So if you're listening, and you can hop in the chat and tell me that the audio is okay and not awful, that will help me out. And I'll get us going on the next thing. We get to do work for one leg. We are going to stand, take our hips to the corner, stand on one leg. The leg closest to the device is going to come into a tap, or what I call a kickstand position. We've done this before, where we take our leg up and back, and then we pull it in and reach up. Now the pull in could be high, or if you need to, you go back to the kickstand situation, okay? This is to drill our single leg work, get us used to hinging at the hips so that we can add weight and make it more advanced. Here we go. Leg back and up, in and reach. You can take your arms back, or you can reach those arms down. Lots of core work here. Ooh, I'm not used to balancing in these shoes. And one more here, that gets us to 10. And rest. We're gonna go to the second side. Closing the garage door because it is so loud, and I don't want to interrupt you. Okay, or us, but very distracting for me personally. From here, leg up. We're going to reach down and up. Awesome job. We have 4 more here. 4. Tons of core work, especially low back. 3, 2. That's 1. And done. Very good. We're progressing or advancing our jumping jack today. Here's what it looks like. Feet together. Sit into a bit of a squat. I'm going to show you. Low impact option is that you're tapping side to side in this squat. Advanced option, you would jack, okay? We're gonna go 20 reps, either modified low impact or full jump. Ready? Here we go. Breathing. 10 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it off. That lets our heart rate come down. Grab a drink if you need it, and we will set up for the second the second round of our single leg work. And we'll do this duo one more time. So I tend to do 2 to 3 exercises in a row, rest and repeat. Kickstand or lift. We reach down and up. 10 reps. Halfway. Again, we'll eventually be using weight. one more. And rest. Awesome. I'm simply taking my hips to the other corner so that you can see me from the side and it's a little more clear what's going on. Here we are, leg up, reach, and reach. Breathing. Sometimes we hold our breath when something's new or different or has balance involved. About halfway. 3 more here. And rest. Good, shake it out. Heading into our jack next. And again, you have that option of modified or the full jump. So baby squat, elbows up to shoulder height, either tapping or jumping for 20. Here we go. Halfway. And done. Good. Walk it off. A couple of deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. My light went out from the garage, but I think you can see me. I can always play with lighting later. All right. We, in a previous week, introduced a lateral lunge, right, where we step to the side. And fix this. We're going to advance that today. What I'm going to have you do is move your body toward one end of the mat. Previously, we kept the leg forward and the hips back. That is a way to do it, but today's different. I'm going to take my working leg, turn it out, so it looks a little bit more like a yogic lunge, and then push back into the kickstand or the tap. So it's going to go lunge, push off, come back, and again, that leg is turned out. We're going to go lunge, reach, center, push off. Turn out, reach, center, push off. What I like about this is that we are getting a lot of hip mobility here. I try to bake that in to everything I do. And guess what? Obliques. Strong push. Strong push. Three more. Heart rate gets up. And last one. And push. Awesome job. Take your body to the other side of the mat. I do like working sides independently, not always doing symmetrical work, because you do find or identify very quickly which sides are more flexible, more mobile in the joint, or stronger or weaker, right? So other side, turn out, kind of take a dress rehearsal. Turned out leg, turned, neutral leg, strong push. Bring it back to your kickstand or tap as I call it. Turned out lunge, reach, side bend, reset, push like crazy through the straight leg. Ten of these. Halfway here. Three more. Anytime we do these things that have a right side and a left side, takes a little longer to get through the set, but that's okay. We got time. And rest. The other thing is, I am training in such a way that we are always working more than one body part, right? We are always working many things in an integrated fashion. So moving on, I'm specifically wanting to target shoulders. So we will be, just demonstration from standing, we'll be in a plank, right? So imagine I'm in plank. I'm going elbow, elbow, hand, hand, and then reversing other elbow, elbow, hand, hand. So it looks like right, left, right, left, left, right. Good for the brain from plank. Those who cannot be on their toes, you'll be on your knees and you'll have a similar benefit, but more appropriate for your fitness level. So here we are. A little bit of a brain teaser. We'll go down on the right, up on the right, down on the left, up on the left, and again. And left, and right, and left. How many more you say? Maybe 4, maybe more. Left, right, left, and done. Good job. So to regress, again, we know we can go knees down. To progress or advance, you can always pick up the tempo. On that particular exercise, you pick up the tempo, you're gonna get more reps in than my tempo, okay? So take a deep breath, get a drink. We're going back into our lateral lunge with lateral flexion, is what we would call that. Take your body to one end of your mat. Kick my fan on here. Put your feet together. Hopefully you don't hear me sniffling over here, my allergies, as my body warms up. We're gonna take this leg out, turn out, side bend, reset, push off. Making our way to 10. Here. And last one. And push. Awesome job. Walk yourself to the end of the other end of the mat. I tell you what, it is a whole nother skill to exercise and talk the entire time. So give yourself the talk test, see if you can do it. Second side, breathing, step lunge, side bend, reset, super strong push. Really challenge yourself. It's a nice big step. Good, 3 more here. And last one. Push, awesome job. High-low plank, alternating. Which arm we lead with. Get lots of good pushing action this way. So join me on the mat, your choice. Knees or toes, core nice and tight. Right side leads. Left side leads. And again. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. And one more right. And left. Assuming my counting is accurate, that was 10 rounds. Breathe. Big breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and we're moving on. There has been a theme, I would say a loose theme today, of hips. And why do I choose that? I would say of all the populations I work with, like more advanced people, more beginner, stronger, weaker, you name it, everybody seems to need hip work, hip mobility, and stabilization or strength. So that's kind of my logic here. We are going to be in a little bit of a sumo squat, if you will. So go ahead and turn your legs out slightly. Kind of come on down. Looks like a 3-point stance. You are going to make your way to one side, transfer your weight, lift the leg, make your way to the other side, lift a leg. We're going to 16 reps. Oh my goodness. Now don't worry about what your leg lift looks like. It might not be much out the gate. It'll get better over time. I'm counting each rep. So 16 total, 8 each side. 8 rounds if you want to think of it that way. Three, 2, 1, and done. Good job. Walk it off. I will say, when we are changing orientations, meaning getting up and down off the floor quickly, changing positions quickly, you can become hypotensive, meaning that your blood pressure drops a little bit and it can make you feel a little off. So that makes the case that sometimes, especially when we're getting our conditioning back up, we need to transition a little more slowly. Kind of makes the case for that. Go ahead and join me on the mat. I'm going to have you get all the way onto your belly. Arms overhead. Actually, let's fold the arms in to start. And we're going to lift everything up off the mat. And then open the arms wide like goalposts. From here, we're going to reach and squeeze the back, scapular retraction. Inhale, reach, and squeeze. Reach, squeeze. Length is more important than height right now. I don't want you straining to get higher. Adult tummy time. Good. We have 2 more here. Good. From here, come back to that folded in position. Bring your legs just hip width apart. Abs are pulling in, even though you're lying on them. And kick your legs or flutter very strong. Squeeze your glutes for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything rests. Press the floor away, core tight. Sit back on your heels. Stretch. Our back extension and scapular retraction for the day. Round yourself. Come on up. If it's difficult to sit like this, I can help with that. Get your ankles mobilized in this class. We'll make our way up to standing. Again, if your heart rate's up, take your time. Couple deep breaths. We're going back into our Spider-Man, as I like to call it, with hip abduction. We are back into what looks like a 3-point stance. We shift our weight, Spider-Man to the side, and lift. Up and over, and lift. Your standing leg, it can be bent or straight. Do what you gotta do to get her done. Give me 4 more here. and rest. Good, good, good. Shake out those hips. Again, a lot of hip demand today, but I do try to sequence very mindfully. I hope you maybe notice that over time as you work with me, that I always balance flexion and extension. So if I take the hips one way, I take the hips the other way. Same thing with your spine. I drill the shoulders from every single angle. I drill every single orientation to space. So my workouts are highly balanced and diversified, and that's intentional. And I don't think everybody does that. So down we go, onto your belly. Abs pull in. It's a weird sensation to be on your abs, but pulling them in, but it's a difference. It's a big difference. So activated core, everything lifts off. It's an inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Think of the shoulder blades coming down and together. Long neck. A lot of people never really train on the floor, and that is a huge, massive miss in their training. And done. Quick timeout. We go right back up, hands under the chin. Long legs about hip width apart, super straight knees. Start your flutter kick for 8, stronger, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, good. Press the floor away, sit back on your heels, and back we go. Moving on, it is your lucky day because you get not one push-up variation, but 2. We're going to do something called bear push-ups, which load the thighs a little differently, which I really like, and the core as well. Here's how it works. I'm going to face you for a moment. We're in all fours, much like a bear, a little bit of internal rotation with the arms. You will feel like your elbows flare. That's fine. Let me show you sideways. So shoulder width apart, slight internal rotation. I'm on my knees, toes tuck under. Jazz hands, if you will. There's a little bit of flex in the spine. So I want you to think of a baby cat stretch. Flex that spine up, abs tight. And now here's the fun part. You're going to hover your knees off the floor. Hover the knees. So if your legs do this, you're cheating. Super low hover, which loads your thighs. Little flex in the spine. Now you bend and press for 10, 9, hover, 8, fun to talk on this, 7, 6, 5, bend however you can, 4, hover those knees, I'm cheating, 3, 2, 1, push. Good, good, good. I caught myself too. The body's smart. It doesn't want to work that hard. So the knees start to hover away from the mat. But if you can get into that low hover and really shift your weight forward, that's good thigh work. All right. What do I want to do next? I know. Adding on to our hip drill, we are going to be in all fours. I'm just seeing who's here with us today. Oh, welcome someone new. Here we are. All fours. If you have a wrist issue, I have drilled your wrist today a fair amount, which is positive in the long run. But if it's too much, you make a fist, especially for what we're about to do. We have been working on our hip abduction with a bent leg from all fours. We are going to add on to this bad boy, and it is going to burn. So press the floor away, float that right knee off the mat. You go fire hydrant side. You tuck it back into a hamstring curl and then lower it down. So we're going side, back curl, down. It's a circular motion. Side, curl, down. We're shaping that glute and hammy. Side of the hip, glute med. We have 4 more like this. I realize you may not have a mirror or a way to see yourself, but it'll feel like how would I describe it? I mean, it feels like a hamstring curl, but it is a little more open than how I sometimes coach it. and rest. Guess what? We get to reverse, which might feel even more awkward. So we go straight up to the back, hamstring curl, carry it to the side, defy gravity, lower it down. Side, back, down. If your wrists are tired, especially from this particular superset, I understand. You can go fists or elbows. Let's go 3. Ooh, I hope both sides of your booty are feeling it. And rest. Very good. We're going to sit back. Here's what I'm doing. I'm taking my grip, flip it palm up, put the back of the hand on the floor, and try to straighten your elbow and or even rotate your elbow pit forward. Did you know you have 2 elbow pits? Ooh, that's a good forearm and wrist stretch. Shake it out. So I was just bragging about balance, and I did give you 2 wrist flexion things in a row, so they're tired, maybe. We're gonna work on a new skill, new drill today for core. It kind of looks like rolling like a ball from Pilates, but we're gonna start to progress it week over week so we can go from roll into a kind of primitive squat stance. So it's going to get very fun and progressive and really work our hip, ankle, knee mobility and just look kind of fancy and fun. So we're at the top end of our mat. We are going to practice the rolling action. So I have my knees apart, my feet off the mat. There is a tuck and round back. If you are unable to sustain that shape, put your feet down, mirror the rest. So it's pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt, scoop your belly, shoulders down, hold the outside of the legs, knees are apart, strike a balance. Ideally, we roll, do not pump the legs, and we roll back right up and we catch it. Worst case, you'll get beached on your back or you'll overshoot and your feet come down. But this is our sweet spot. Inhale, roll, catch. Eventually, just to show, I'm gonna work on coming all the way up. That was not my best version of it. I had a little gymnastics hop in there. But eventually, that's what we'll be doing. So we roll and catch. We are not rolling to the neck. Just the shoulder blades. 2 more. Does feel like a pretty awesome spine massage. Now, hold it at the top. If your feet have to go down, no big deal. If you're strong enough to reach, reach. If you're strong enough to straighten, straighten. From here, we do a little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross applesauce and stretch. We have been working on that V-sit action the last couple weeks. So you can go back and review that. My suggestion would be to repeat this workout 2 to 3 times throughout the week, unless you have other fun things you're doing. And grab a drink. So we are going into that circuit one more time. I'm kind of cutting it close. But we did the bear push-up into the hip circle, hip mobility circling action, into our rolling like a ball, which we will eventually progress into standing. We are back into all fours. Slight internal rotation of the arm, jazz hands, tuck toes, slightly flexed spine. You're kind of looking at your belly button. Hover those knees off, really load your shoulders, and we bend for 10, 9, hover those thighs, 8, last 3, 2, 1, and done. Awesome job. Shake out the wrist. We'll stretch in a moment, and we're back to all fours. I'm going to show you my working leg. I started on my right. We are pressing the floor away, core tight. Flip that right thigh off. Side, carry back, lower down. So we are going to mobilize and stabilize these hips. Making our way to 8. And reverse. Take it to the back, carry it side, lower down. Last 3, 2, 1, and done. Awesome. I'm swinging around just to show you my working leg. And round 2. Side, carry back, and down. Nice straight elbow. Halfway. And reverse. Ooh, I like the reverse. It is lots of work in the booty and core. You may even be feeling shoulders if you're not used to supporting your weight like this. Last 3, 2, 1, and done. Beautiful. Sit back, flip the grip, wrist extension, palm up, stretch the elbow. I think that will feel good on your forearm. Here we go, flipping around. So there's really 2 different skills I'm working to develop. One is a full V set, and one is a roll to stand, which will open up a whole nother world of fun. So a couple different things that we're working toward, but we have to have like really strong hip flexors and mobile parts to do. So here we are, rolling like a ball. I mentioned no pumping action. So when your booty's in the air, we're not pumping the legs. We keep this shape. Big breath in, roll, catch. Making our way to 10. Ooh, and then there's a single leg version that takes us through a pistol squat, which is pretty baller. But I haven't drilled pistol squat in a while, so we're gonna work on that together. Two more. And one more. Hold it at the top. If you need to put your feet down, that's okay. You can do a little recline, sit up, like back an inch, up an inch. Otherwise, full pulse. Here we go. 10, 9, this is harder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross applesauce. And stretch. Crisscross the other way. For the clock watchers, I'm maybe going to go 1 or 2 minutes over. So I end up going to like 47 to recoup my announcement time, my housekeeping minutes at the beginning. Up we go. We are going to move in and out of a couple of stretches just to start to cool down. Will it look a little yogic? Yeah. And will it look maybe a little dancey? Yeah, that's just who I am. I'm seeing what's going on in our room. Okay. We're at the back of the mat. Take a big breath in, reach up. Get a nice full body stretch. Stretch those abs. Dive forward. Take a stretch. Release the head. Walk your hands out to a plank or all fours if that's better for you. Join me in a down dog. Bend one knee, sink the other. From here, free up your right leg. Kick it up as high as you can. Turn out that thigh, maybe pulse a little, and bring it down. Free up your other leg, turn it out. Kick it up. Maybe pulse a little bit. And down. Lower the knees. A little bit of cat stretch. Step one foot forward, come up onto your fingertips. Step your other foot forward, come down into a squat. Start to stretch those knees. Hold, bend at the elbow. Hold the opposite elbow in the hand. Release the arms, roll up. Roll your shoulders back, back yourself up on the mat. One more round, similar but different. Big breath in, reach up. Easy back bend. And forward. Walk it out. Plank or all fours into your down dog. This time I'm going to have you pull your right leg through. Do a little, not even a full pigeon, but just a little bit of a sit into that hip. Good. Come back up, press back. We're working a little quick. Take that other leg through, find your shin. You don't have to go super deep. If you're tight here, we're trying to get into this hip and IT band for a moment. Good, pressing back up all fours. Knees down, one leg forward. Other leg forward, you're in the squat. You might even drop into a full squat. Stretch those legs. Bend at the elbow. Sway side to side. Release the arms, roll up. And roll back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. I am out of time, but I am going to grab the mic, which sounds so much better like this. I'm going to say hello. Hi, friends. How are we doing? I have to remember to look at the camera. Sometimes my eyes go other places. So, wondering how we're feeling. Thank you for being here. What do I want to say in closing? We'll be back next Friday. I'd love your feedback. I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll hang out for a moment, see if there's any questions or comments or feedback. I'm really hoping the audio wasn't a complete train wreck at the beginning of the session. To be honest, there was so much going on in my neighborhood. Hopefully it didn't pick up. So with that, I think that's a wrap. Thank you for the thumbs up. And happy Friday. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. And thank you for making time to be here today and to take care of yourself. And I hope you are appropriately sore tomorrow. See you next time.